And we want to get you the latest on the breaking news out of Lee County. A Lee County Sheriff's deputy has been rushed to an Austin hospital after being shot in the line of duty.
And this all happened near Dime Box. Joining us now on the phone, we have Lee County Sheriff Casey Goetz. Sheriff Goetz, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's start off by what happened, and obviously our condolences, because I know that an injured deputy is hard to hear that news first thing in the morning. What do we know about this deputy? Is that deputy out of surgery? How is he or she doing?
The deputy got out of surgery a short time ago. He was in surgery almost 4 hours. Currently, it's just needed a lot of prayers and the hand of the Lord to help him out with his. So,
can you kind of walk us through exactly what happened? Was it this morning, and how did this shootout happen?
All right. Well, last night at 9:45 p.m., the Lee County Sheriff's Office had received information that a suspect that we were looking for, that we had information that he may be trying to go to Mexico, that he was actually in Dime Box, and we had a warrant for his arrest for failure to appear on a sexual assault of a child. This was a suspect who had prior arrests for murder or sexual assault, and so the deputies went to the location where the information was that he was at. They visited briefly with the owner of the residence, saw the subject, went into the residence to arrest him, at which time the subject opened fire on the deputies. The deputy and a state trooper who were there returned fire, exited out of the house, and at which time we were able to remove the deputy who was shot. He was airlifted to a hospital in Austin, and the suspect was pronounced deceased by Judge Michael York at 1 a.m. this morning.
When deputies arrived at that house, was the suspect the only person in the house? Was anybody else involved, or it was just the deputies and that suspect who ended up dying?
No, there were actually 3 people inside of the house at the time and 1 lady outside. The ones inside was a 7-year-old child, the mother of the 7-year-old child, and then, of course, the suspect.
We heard that you said earlier that the deputy was out of surgery. Do you know his condition at this point? How is he doing? He or she doing?
I truly don't know how he's doing. I do know that they said there was a lot more damage than what they had first anticipated.
As a sheriff, deputies, you all are a family. You work together every single day. You put your lives on the line. The news, when you got the news, kind of tell us what was going through your mind, just the thoughts and the feelings, because I can even tell with your voice. It's a very somber time. What are you feeling right now and getting that news? How did you take it? I can only imagine.
Well, as sheriff, it's my responsibility to take care of my guys. So, of course, we have a wonderful group of folks that work here in Lee County, a lot of outstanding officers, and they gladly go out and serve the public. And I know if you asked this deputy, he would just tell you he was just doing his job. But it's something we take a lot of pride in, as far as to be able to serve the citizens of Lee County, the citizens of this state, to the best of our ability. And we just want to be a role model agency in all that we do.
One last question, though, as for the deputy who's out of surgery, how long had this deputy, how long had he been with the force? Can you tell us just a little bit about this individual?
He's an outstanding deputy. He's actually an investigator with the Sheriff's Office, and he has been with the agency over 10 years. I don't know exact date. I haven't pulled his file yet. I just got to the office from the scene, so I couldn't tell you the exact amount of time he's been working.
Sheriff Casey Goetz from Lee County, we certainly appreciate your time. We're praying and thinking about that deputy and his family this morning, as we're obviously just hoping that deputy pulls through. Again, was in surgery for more than 4 hours overnight, has been released from surgery, but as he said, as you heard a moment ago, he unfortunately did have more damage than initially thought because of that shootout in Dime Box.
We appreciate your time. I know it's a very difficult news to hear first thing, when you're you know, you've been with the department and you hear this news. I mean, it's tough. It really is.
Every police officer family and deputy family hurts when they hear that. So.